Pokemon Quest, in my opinion, is one of the more forgotten Pokemon games. Yeah, sure, there were Let's Play videos, there were some tips and tricks, what to do, but those were 8 years ago when the game first launched. And there have been some recent videos about the game. Some have even got a lot of traction, right? Like the Shiny Mew video. But the game hasn't had a significant YouTube video on it for like a year at this point, right? And the main reason why is that it's not kind of a game like Subnautica or Hollow Knight or even the other Pokemon games where you can play it for a lot, right? Where you can consistently play it over the course of like a few months. It's something that you remember about. You play it for like a week, you get an itch to play it. You play it for like a couple days, and then that's it, then you forget about it. But recently, I got that itch when I started playing Pokemon Champions. But I didn't just want to go back to my main save file and try to beat the game, the post game, right? I wanted to do a challenge run, right? So I want to see if I can beat the game with only fire types. So this is it, the first world of Pokemon Quest with only fire types. I begin my journey by heading to Tumblecube Island, an island full of cubicle Pokemon. I end up picking my starter, which I obviously choose Charmander as he's the only fire type there. After this, I go on my first expedition. Now obviously the first expedition is really easy, so all this happens, I'm going to explain to you what Pokemon Quest exactly is. Pokemon Quest was a free mobile game released in 2018. It was meant to be a RPG Pokemon game that used the energy gimmick where you can only go on a certain amount of expeditions before you have to wait for your energy to recharge. The gameplay loop involves you going on expeditions and getting resources so you can cook stews. And those stews can give you Pokemon, and however good the Pokemon or the stew is, the amount of expeditions you need to go on to fully cook it. What you do with these Pokemon is you put them on your team and then you go on expeditions with them. Then you go on those expeditions to get more resources, to make more stews. And you do that through the game while progressing through the different worlds, levels, fighting bosses, and multiple Pokemon through, those levels. So we beat the first level's boss, which is a Rattata. And after this, we get a Power Stone, that little red thing, which we can use to increase the damage of our Pokemon. And basically there are also other things as well called Defense Stones, which increase the defense. Now here we have our camp. This is our base. This is where we can cook the stews I mentioned before. And this is where we get new Pokemon. We can decorate it later as well. This is where all the Pokemon kind of wander around. This is like the main menu basically. I equip the Power Stone, and basically that makes me do more damage, and I do a few more tutorial things here. I'll just speed through these. So this is the first level of the first world. The one before was a tutorial. And I'm just gonna go through this. I get a few rewards and resources. Nothing too much. So Charmander levels up. He gets Slaughter, the sturdy stone there, and I get some resources. And I can come back to camp basically. And this is where the game forces you to cook a stew, and basically the next level it forces you to use a Rattata and a Pidgey, right? Once I cook this with these resources, which is just some random resources to make a stew that basically just gives you any Pokemon. It doesn't give you specific Pokemon, so if I keep cooking these, there's a very little chance I'll get fire types. But luckily, later on I'll be able to cook fire type specific dishes. So I equip the Pidgey and the Rattata, I put them on my team, and that gives us more power, and I go into the second level. Now I'm gonna save you time. I'm just gonna skip to the final boss of this level and speed it up for you. It's a Kakuna, it can strengthen itself. I beat it, and I get resources. Now after that, I get the Pokemon, right? Basically, every like 22 hours you can collect these free PM tickets. You can grab decorations, which actually do give you more stuff. They do give you extra, like, they give you benefits basically. And they do, once I log into it a second time, once I open it, the Pokemon a second time, I do get my DLC stuff since I have 2 of the 3 DLCs for this game, which do give me extra pots as well. But I don't realize that until I open it again, so... Alright, so here, this is a cut forward, I think, after a bit of grinding. But I got a Hot Pot of a cube. This is basically, it always attracts fire types, no matter what, and I get a Vulpix. If you are curious about the recipe for the fire type, I'll put it up on screen. There's a bunch of them. I use the basic one. And I'll also put up a recipe for all the different types of Pokemon. With the new Vulpix, I could now grind on higher levels. This footage here is me unlocking some of the DLC stuff. Basically, I got some new pots. I got the Gengar Blue, which is really nice because that can it doubles the amount of resources you get every expedition. And I also went to go grab some cushions, since these increase the amount of resources you get based off their color. So I get more red and blue resources, which is what I need for the specific recipe for fire types. Anyways, after that, I beat the 3rd level pretty easily. I destroyed the Pidgeotto boss. So we were pretty much almost there. I just had to do a bit more grinding for the final level. So I did a bit more grinding, I played the level again, and this time an Abra appeared. I'm not too familiar with how the basic level bosses work, so this is pretty cool. After that last bit of grinding, I got a final Vulpix, and this is the final level of the world I'm in. And with all that grinding, I could finally face the World 1 final boss. So I beat the first world. And while I won't do the second world in this video, I do have some preparations for it that I will show you. I opened up this part and I got a level 10 Growlithe. And it had a flamethrower and another move. And I decided to use that over one of my other Vulpixes. The first one I got, since that one also had flamethrower, but it was just at a lower level. I ended up using the leftover Vulpix and some of the other Pokemon I got from the DLC to see if I could change the Scratch move into something better. Basically, you sacrifice Pokemon to either level up one or change their moves. As you can see here. And I didn't get something too good. I got Ember. I was kind of hoping for Fire Punch, since that is something you can get for Charmander this early. Since Fire Punch is a really good move. But unfortunately no, I got Ember, and I put the Quick Stone, which lowers the cooldown for your moves on, so you know, that's nice. And while the video starts to end, it will end in like a minute, you know. I would like to say thank you for watching. This is the most effort I put into a video, so if you could please like, maybe hype, that would be great. You know, maybe subscribe if you want to see more. Hype button could really help, and yeah.